In this lesson we'll walk you through how to set up a Good-Til-Cancelled or Gtc order using TWS Mosaic. We'll define the Gtc time-in-force order parameter and explain why it's different from a day order. Show you how to create a Gtc order in TWS Mosaic. Show you where you can locate Gtc orders within the activity panel. You may add the Gtc attribute to most orders. This will allow you to create a resting order above or below the market as profit-taking or a stop, or simply take advantage of price strength or weakness in the market. While many active investors may only use day orders, the GTC designation means that you can place orders and then forget about them for weeks and even months at a time. When you use this order type, it will remain in force until it either fills or is otherwise cancelled. Although GTC orders can be left in place for several months, they do not last forever. In fact, they will automatically be cancelled at the end of the calendar quarter after the current one is over. If an order is placed during the third quarter, for example, cancellation would take place at the end of the fourth quarter. Whenever you open TWS, all GTC orders you've placed will show up in the Orders tab in the Activity panel, where they will continue to appear until they're fully executed or cancelled. To confirm that these are indeed GTC orders, when I click on the ticker for Amazon, for example, I'll not only see my resting sell order is far above the current trading price in the chart that populates, which is what I wanted, but also if I right-click on the ticker and select Modify Ticket, I'll see the GTC designation that I selected. Now I'll just click Dismiss to close the ticket. Since Amazon is a long stock in my portfolio, let's go through the whole process of creating a GTC order using it for illustration. After I click on the ticker AMZN, you'll see the order entry panel populate with that stock. Let's say I now wanted to create an order several dollars above the current price. I'm doing this because I hope that the market and Amazon stock price will reach my target over the coming months. To do this, first select Sell, then dive into the Quantity field and either choose the number of shares you want to sell, or you can offload the entire position with the amount listed. If you want to specify an amount, just type it in and hit Enter. For this example, I've decided to sell 300 shares in Amazon. Now that we have a sell order in the works for 300 shares of Amazon, I'll ensure that the limit order type, or LMT, is selected from my order type drop-down menu. Now on to pricing. Remember, I want to create an order several dollars above Amazon's current price, so in the price input field, I'm going to select one that's substantially above the prevailing bid-ask quote. This becomes my intended target price now to exit this trade. Here's the critical part of creating a GTC order. With my order nearly complete, my default in this time-in-force field is day, and that's not what I want because that means that any orders I create but don't execute will be cancelled by the system at the end of the trading session. So I'm going to change this to GTC. To increase the chance of completing my order, I can also check the boxes for Fill Outside Regular Trading Hours, RTH, and Allow Pre-Open in the time-in-force field. And there we have it. I'm selling 300 shares of Amazon as a GTC limit order. We encourage you to review all your order details before you submit it. After I do, this will generate an order preview which displays the details of my trade. Note the time-in-force stamp clearly displays the GTC designation, and that's what we wanted. When you're ready, click on Transmit, and you should see an auto-cancel date warning pop-up. You'll see a timestamp with the precise date and time that your GTC order will be cancelled by the system if you don't do so earlier, or if it remains unfilled or only partially executed. Your GTC order will remain in place until filled, cancelled, or expired, as explained earlier. You may also want to note that you do not need to hold a position in order to use the GTC time-in-force. For example, in this illustration, if you wanted to set up a resting order to sell Amazon stock, should it reach its all-time high during the next quarter, I could set that order up well in advance and leave it there. Again, whenever you open TWS, you'll see your GTC orders in the Orders tab in the activity panel, where they will reside until they're fully executed or cancelled. Using GTC generally means you don't have to keep entering orders each day, and they can remain in force for several months. Now that you know how to create them, let's turn our attention to the next topic on order types in Traders Academy.